Okay then, yeah. Today I will start chapter 3, that is mainly concentrate on this C++ IO operation. So already we have seen the introduction to the C++ IO operations. So how you are doing this input output operations using C++? Can anyone tell what are the two important operators and also left the two important objects, okay, of which are used for doing this input and output operation? What are those?
See in and see out.
Okay, C in and C out. So C in is these are objects actually. So this is an object of iStream class. There is a class called iStream class. So C in is an object of iStream class and C out is an object of OStream class. So these two are classes. So already you have know about the concept of class. So that's why. So there is a class called class iStream. Okay, iStream, and by combining both the features we have IOStream also. But iStream is a class, and within this class we have some variables. Every class will have both the data members and member variables, member functions. So within the iStream class we have different data members, and what are the important member functions that are there in iStream class are like get function is there. Okay, to get a single character we have a get function, and we have get line function. If you want to get more number of lines, more number of more than one word, that is string, then we will use this get line function. And I have one more function called read function. Okay, all these are the three functions that are defined inside this iStream class. Okay, so this is your class iStream. iStream is a class. So that is, these are all streams that are there in iostream.h header file. Okay, that's why I'm including this iostream.h. So what is that iostream.h? It's a header file. Within that header file we have different types of classes. Okay, the same header file, if you go for the .NET and all, it is like packages. Okay, we have packages. I think everyone know about package, right, in .NET? Yeah, namespace. Actually you will call it as namespace. In case of .NET we will call it as namespace. So using use చేసారా మీరు using?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah, so using ఏంటి ఏం యూజ్ చేశారు అక్కడ?
System.
System. Okay, so this system is a namespace. So using system అంటే namespace అన్నట్టు. ఆ namespace is nothing but within the namespace I can have packages. Okay, we can have sub packages, we can have classes, and we can have within the classes we have methods, variables. Okay, everything. Okay, that is nothing but this is a package, it's a library. So this with like in the same college level we have a library which will contain different types of books related to particular thing. In the same manner this is a package or library which will contain all the classes, related classes అన్ని కలిపి నేను ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ లో పెడతాను. ఏ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ సబ్ ప్యాకేజెస్ అన్ని కలిపి నేను ఒక లైబ్రరీలో ప్లేస్ చేస్తాను. అదే అక్కడ నేమ్ స్పేస్ అంటున్నాను. In the same manner ఇక్కడ మనకి header file అనేది it's like a namespace. That is nothing but this header file which will contain all the different types of classes. So for doing this input output operations we have discussed two important objects, that is cin and cout, and cerr also, that we will discuss in here. Okay, so cin, cout, these are the two important objects of which class. Cin is an object of iStream class and cout is an object of OStream class. So within iStream we have this class, and within the iStream we may have data members also, but I am not discussing about the data members, only the member functions. The three important member functions are get function and get line and read functions. So if I want to call this get function, then I have to use, and there is some more concept called operator overloading అని. operator overloading కి సంబంధించినవి కూడా iStream లో ఉంటుంది. So one of the operator that is overloaded by this iStream class is this one. Okay, so this is called, what is this operator? What is this operator? Yeah,
insertion operator.
insertion or extraction?
Extraction, sir.
Insertion అంటే I'm inserting the data to the monitor, and I'm taking the data, that is nothing but I'm taking the data from the keyboard, so I'm extracting the data from the keyboard. So this is the extraction operator that is overloaded by iStream plus. So ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకి inside this class iStream లోపల we will have all these things. So and after this one, if I want to access this particular get function గానీ get line గానీ read ని గానీ యాక్సెస్ చేయాలంటే కంపల్సరీ ఎలా యాక్సెస్ చేయొచ్చు? If I want to access the member functions, then what I have to do? Yeah, how can I access these member functions?
Make it public.
Object that kada, object ante compulsory what I have to do? I have to create a object for this iStream class, right? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
so
Yes,
what
sir.
is the default object for this iStream class is cin. So that's why I am using cin object. Okay, cin object which is used to take the data from the keyboard. సో మీరు cin అని చెప్పేసి మీరు ఇలా అంటున్నారు అని అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటంటే ఇంటర్నల్ గా ఏం కాల్ అవుతుందంటే cin డాట్ ఆపరేటర్ అనే ఫంక్షన్ కాల్ అవుతుంది. దీన్ని we will discuss at the ఆపరేటర్ ఓవర్లోడింగ్ దగ్గర I will discuss. బట్ ఇంటర్నల్ గా cin ఇలా అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటంటే cin డాట్ ఆపరేటర్ greater than it will take some parameters. So this is called operator function. So operator function ఎలా రాస్తానంటే operator is the keyword and what is the operator that I am going to overload. So operator overloading is achieved through a special concept called operator functions. So operator functions అంటే ఏంటంటే that is syntax for operator function is operator is the keyword and what is the function. దీన్ని ఏ ఆపరేటర్ ని మీరు ఓవర్లోడ్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారో ఆపరేటర్ ని రాస్తారు. as it is a function it may take parameters. సో నేను ఎప్పుడైతే నేను cin ఇక్కడ ఏ అనగానే ఏ అనేది ఒకవేళ ఇంటీజర్ టైప్ అనుకోండి దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ కాల్ cin డాట్ ఆపరేటర్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఇంటీజర్ అనే ఫంక్షన్ కాల్ అవుతుంది. అదే నేను cin అని చెప్పేసి నేను f అని ఇచ్చాను అనుకో అండ్ f ఈజ్ ఆ ఫ్లోట్ టైప్ అనుకోండి, ఫ్లోట్ అని ఇస్తే cin డాట్ ఆపరేటర్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఫ్లోట్ అనే ఫంక్షన్ కాల్ అవుతుంది. బట్ ఇంటర్నల్ గా మనకి ఏంటంటే మీరు ఇక్కడ cin ఇలా అంటుంటే ఇట్లా అన్నట్టు. అలానే నేను గెట్ ద్వారా ఒక సింగిల్ క్యారెక్టర్ తీసుకోవాలనుకోండి ఎలా కాల్ చేస్తానంటే cin డాట్ గెట్ అని కాల్ చేస్తాను. అదే గెట్ లైన్ మల్టిపుల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ తీసుకోవాలనుకోండి cin డాట్ గెట్ లైన్. అదే రీడ్ ఫంక్షన్ కాలేదనుకో cin డాట్ రీడ్. సో ఇలా అన్నట్టు. ఓకే, సో ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దేర్ ఈస్ ఎ క్లాస్ కాల్డ్ iStream which is a input stream class which is a class which is used to take the data from the default input device that is keyboard. అలానే మనకి fstream అనే క్లాస్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. we will discuss all this in detail. fstream అంటేనేమో which is used to take the data from the files. But if I want to take the data from only single default device that is keyboard అన్నప్పుడు iStream యూజ్ చేస్తాను because the default input device is keyboard. And if I want to display the output onto the monitor is a default output device కాబట్టి hoststream plus అనేది యూజ్ చేస్తాను. But if I want to insert the data into a file అంటే ఫైల్ it may be text file కావచ్చు, it may be MS Word file కావచ్చు, దాంట్లో నేను డేటాను ఇన్సర్ట్ చేయాలనుకుంటే I have to use fstream, that is ifstream అంటే ఇన్పుట్ అండ్ OFstream అంటే that is nothing but fstream అంటే అక్కడ ఫైల్ స్ట్రీమ్ అన్నట్టు. other than this input output devices, standard input devices, if I want to insert the data into the file then I will go for this fstream. So all these input output operations that I can do either through the default devices or it may be through the files. So for doing these input output operations we will have some operators, we will discuss all in detail. Okay, so in the today's class we will discuss what are the different types of IO operators and what is mean by formatted IO. Okay, we will discuss in detail. So this already we have discussed, but again I am repeating this one. What are the important operators? IO operators are nothing but cin, cout and cerr. Okay, we will discuss clog. Okay, these are the four important operators. So C++ has a rich set of functions for performing both input and output operations. So the syntax of using this function is totally consistent irrespective of the device with which IO operations are performed. Okay, so C++ new features for handling IO operations are called streams. So in case of C language we don't have this streams concept. So input output operations are dealt by using a special function called printf and scanf. But in case of C++, if I want to do this input output operations, that is performed by using a special concept called streams. Okay, we have already discussed in the first chapter about introduction to streams. Okay, just 1 minute. So yeah, in case of the C++, that input output operations is achieved by using a special concept called streams. So what is this stream we will discuss in detail. So streams which are sequence of bytes. Okay, so streams are nothing but sequence of bytes flowing in and output of the programs. Okay, so it is like water and oil flowing through the pipe. So in the same manner, if I want to send water or something, okay, in the same manner directly I won't interact with the input device. Like keyboard ద్వారా నేను డైరెక్ట్ గా ఇంటరాక్ట్ అవ్వకుండా కీబోర్డ్ ద్వారా నేను ఏదైతే డేటా తీసుకుంటున్నానో దట్ డేటా విల్ బి ప్లేస్డ్ ఇన్ ద స్ట్రీమ్. This is called iStream. Okay, iStream, and from that data I will get the data into the program. Okay, this is the concept that is called stream. So what is the main concept of this stream is it makes the device independent. Okay, because I am not directly interacting with the devices. Okay, like input device kani output device kani I am not directly interacting with those devices. So in the same manner we have a stream called OStream. So directly I am not interacting with the monitor, I am not interacting with the monitor. Before that one, if I want to display from my program, if I want to display the data onto the monitor, I am not doing directly. So in between I have this O stream. This is called a sequence of bytes. It's like a buffer. Okay, oka memory anukondi ante. So what is stream? Nothing but it's a memory which is used exclusively for this cin use chesina, cout use chesina, ఆ time లో మాత్రం మనకి a group of bytes will be allocated which are used to do this stream kind of operation. So here what is mean by stream means nothing but it is a sequence of bytes flowing in and out of the programs. So whenever in the program, whenever I write cin, then automatically first it will go to this I stream or this memory buffer. Okay, from this first, whenever I type the data onto the keyboard, then the data will be stored on this sequence of bytes. From this sequence of bytes, this data will be taken to the program. Whenever I write cout something, then first, before it is displaying onto the monitor, but first the data will be stored in this memory, that is nothing but sequence of bytes, which is stream, that is also O stream. From this O stream, the data will be displayed on the monitor. So what is the advantage of this one is, I am not directly interacting with the keyboard. I am not directly interacting with the monitor. In between, I have this. This makes this streams making this as data device independent. Hope you got it right. All of you got it right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes,
this is called
sir.
data bytes, which are flow from an input source, that is keyboard. ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇన్పుట్ సోర్స్ అనేది డిఫాల్ట్ గా అయితే మాత్రం కీబోర్డ్. అలా కాకుండా నేను ఒక ఫైల్ నుంచి డేటా తీసుకోవచ్చు. అంటే ఆల్రెడీ ఒక టెక్స్ట్ ఫైల్ ఉంది, ఆ టెక్స్ట్ ఫైల్ లో నుంచి కూడా నేను డేటా తీసుకోవచ్చు. లేకపోతే ఒక నెట్వర్క్, నథింగ్ బట్ ఐ కెన్ టేక్ ద డేటా ఫ్రమ్ అనదర్ కంప్యూటర్ ఆర్ ఐ కెన్ టేక్ ద డేటా ఫ్రమ్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఆల్సో. సో దట్ ఇక్కడ మనం ఈ ఫైల్ కానీ నెట్వర్క్ కానీ అనదర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కానీ అది చేయడానికి వీ హ్యావ్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రీమ్స్. దట్ ఈస్ ఫైల్స్ అయితే ఫైల్ స్ట్రీమ్స్, నెట్వర్క్ అయితే సాకెట్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ ఉంటుంది అండ్ లైక్ దిస్. ఓకే, so this is about this one, network programming through sockets, those kind of things. So in an output operation data, so in case of input operation we are taking the data from this sequence of bytes. Ade output operations aithe data bytes are flow from the program to the output sync. Output ante most by default ante console input output, andukane cout ante console output. So console ante that console screen, black screen, that is command monitor. Okay, and file gaavochu, network gaavochu, or another program gaavochu. Streams acts as intermediaries or interfaces between the programs and the actual IO devices. This point is very important. If I won't directly interact with the keyboard, in between I have one interface that is called stream, and in such a way that it frees the programmers from handling the actual IO devices so as to achieve device independent. Okay, so I cannot handle the actual IO devices. In between I have these streams. Got it right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So streams are abstractions that refer to the data flow. So that is your abstraction. So what is mean by data abstraction ante నాకు ఇంటర్నల్ గా ఏం జరుగుతుందో I don't want to consider. Only నేను ఇప్పుడు మనకి లోపల ఇన్పుట్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది, అవుట్పుట్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది అనేది we cannot show. This is just in the memory itself that will be acting as a stream. That's it. Okay, within a computer the memory itself is acting as a stream. So a group of bytes will be allocated which is acting like input stream. Okay, so it's like abstraction because I cannot see that inside ela jarugutundi adanta e memory allocate avutundi, that I cannot see. So it is nothing but streams are abstractions that refer to the data flow. Ee data anedi ela flow avutundi ane daniki manaki oka streams will be acting like a abstraction because what will in case of the C++ program, the streams are classified into two streams. One is your output stream and another is your input stream. Okay, so in case of C++, all the streams are divided into two types. One is your input stream and one is your output stream. So in case of this C++ program, this is your input stream, that is nothing but a sequence of bytes will be allocated which is acting like input stream, which is taking the data from the input source. What are the input sources? Keyboard is the default input source because I can take the data from the keyboard, and I can take the data from the another file, or I can take the data from the network, or I can take the data from the program. So this, whenever I write within the C++ program cin, so cin ane statement rayagane, then it will take the data from this input stream. So whenever it is putting the request to the input stream, so that this input stream will take the data from this keyboard, and after this one this will be taken to the program. Whenever I am having this cout statement inside this C++ program, then it will put the request or whatever the data that I want to display, that will be put into the output stream. From this output stream, the data will be displayed onto the monitor. That may be console or anything. Okay, that will be displayed onto the monitor, or otherwise whatever the data that is there in the program, whatever the data that is there in the program, that will be displayed on the file, that will be inserted onto the file, or it may be inserted into the network, everything. Okay, so this is about the streams. And what is the concept of stream? So this you can observe here. Input stream, if I have a C++ program, whenever I am writing this cin statement, it is taking the data from this input stream. What are the most commonly used input streams are keyboards and files. I can take the data from the keyboard by pressing the keys. I can take the data, or from a file also I can take the data from a file program. Okay, it may be text file, it may be document file, it may be PDF file. From file also I can take the data, or from another program also I can take the data. So these are all input source to streams. And from this C++ program, I want to display the data onto the monitor, or I want to insert the data into the file, or I want to insert the data into the program. Then intermediary, we have a output stream. Okay, got it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this output streams, what are the sources for this output target? Maybe it may be monitor. అంటే నా ప్రోగ్రామ్ ద్వారా అవుట్పుట్ ని నేను మానిటర్ లో చూపించవచ్చు, లేకపోతే నా ప్రోగ్రామ్ ద్వారా ఒక డేటాని కానీ లేకపోతే ఒక సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద వాల్యూస్ కానీ ఐ వాంట్ టు ఇన్సర్ట్ ఇంటూ ద ఫైల్, or from my program I want to insert the data into the program. Then all these will be done by using this output stream. And from a keyboard I can take the data into the program, or from the another text file I can take the data, or from another program I can take the text data. I can take the data into the program. So for this one I have this intermediary between this one is input stream, and if I want to do output operation, the intermediary is output stream. That is about concept of streams. And a stream is a general name given to the flow of data. That's it. A flow of data bytes. Okay, a flow of data bytes is nothing but stream. And stream is a sequence of bytes. It is everything is a byte. One byte at 8 bits on it. Everything is a byte. Okay, the source stream that provides data to programs is called input stream. Okay, whichever the stream that is providing data to the programs is called input stream. And the destination stream, because it is a source stream, and destination stream that receives output from the program. Okay, from program nunchi edana output I want to display the data, then I have a stream called output stream. And the header file which is used for doing this input output operations is iostream.h or iostream. And the classes used for doing this input output operations on the devices are declared in the iostream file. Okay, so what are those most commonly used classes in the iostream class is iostream. iostream header file is iostream, ostream, and iostream. These are the most commonly used classes that are used to do input and output operations. The classes used for disk files are declared in the fstream class. Okay, so fstream header file. Okay, so if I want to do input output operations through the default devices, that is nothing but keyboard and monitor, then I will include this iostream.h header file. But if I want to do operations through the disk files, that is nothing but hard disk loan files, that may be text file or ms word file or any other pdf file, if I want to do, then I will use this fstream class, that is fstream.h header file. So these are our input output streams. So input device, first input device, if the program wants to take the data from the keyboard, appudu input device keyboard ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఆ డేటాని ఇన్పుట్ స్ట్రీమ్ లో ప్లేస్ చేస్తుంది. ఆ ఇన్పుట్ స్ట్రీమ్ లో నుంచి ప్రోగ్రామ్ అనేది డేటా తీసుకుంటుంది. But if program wants to display the data into the monitor or output device, then first program places the data onto the output stream. From this output stream, the data will be displayed on the monitor, or from this output stream, the data will be inserted onto the file, or thus from this output stream, the data will be inserted into the program. Okay, is that clear? All of you clear, right?
Clear, sir.
Right. So these are your output stream. So what is the output stream which allows to perform write operations on output devices? Okay, if I want to write the data onto the output device, if I want to insert the data onto the write operation antene I am inserting the data on it. Okay, if I want to do insert the operation on the output device, that may be default output device కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే it may be file కావచ్చు, it may be another program కావచ్చు. But if you want to do this one, then output is the standard stream is performed using the cout object. Okay, so the syntax for the standard output stream is nothing but cout. Okay, so cout is a standard output stream object. Okay, standard output stream object, because it is a standard output device, that is monitor. So that's why cout is a standard output stream object. And input stream, what is the purpose of input stream? Which is used to take the data from the, or it is read operation, or it is used to take the data from the standard stream, but that is done by using this cin object. And the syntax for the standard input stream is nothing but cin extraction operator variable, and cout insertion operator variable. So performing input output operations through this cout and cout is similar to printf and scanf functions in C language only. But what is the main difference between this syntax? This you can expect for 1 mark question. Like, what is the difference between streams and these IO functions are nothing but C functions. So what is the main difference? Anyone tell? Guess. What is the main difference between this stream C in, C out, and printf and scanf? Printf, scanf. Yeah.
Difference in
Yeah, syntax. What is the syntax కానీ లేకపోతే general difference ఏంటిదో చెప్పండి. printf లో మీరు ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తారు?
printf
Data
లో
type ni,
percentile D.
yeah, percentage
Format specifiers.
Yeah, format specifiers you have to use. Very good. Okay, so in case of this printf scanf, compulsory format specifiers you have to use. That is nothing but explicit data type specification. That is nothing but the integer అయితే percentile D యూజ్ చేయాలి, క్యారెక్టర్ అయితే percentile C. That but streams లో no need to specify. మీరు ఇంటీజర్ అయినా C in A అని ఇస్తారు, ఫ్లోట్ అయినా F అని ఇస్తారు, క్యారెక్టర్ అయినా CH అని ఇస్తారు. Okay, anything you can, no need to mention any explicitly, no need to mention that format specifier. That is one of the difference. And second one is no need to mention this address operator. Okay, ఈ అడ్రస్ ఆపరేటర్ ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తాం మనం? In case of printf scanf, scanf lo if you want to read the variable, compulsory you have to use this address operator. But in case of this one, no need to use any address operator. These are the two differences between streams and IO functions in C language. Okay, so what are the header files available in the C++ language for doing this input output operations? One of the most commonly used is IO stream. Okay, which is nothing but a standard input output stream. Okay, this is your standard input output stream. IO and input output. So standard input output stream. This header file contains the definitions like to objects like C in, C out, C error. We will discuss C in, C out you already know, but we have two more objects, that is objects of OStream class. Okay, C error and C log. These are the two important objects of OStream class. Okay, next one more header file which is used to do input output operations is this IO manipulator. So IO manipulator is nothing but input output manipulators. Okay, if I want to do manipulations on the input output data, then I have to use this IO manipulators. So the methods declared in the file are used for manipulating the streams. So if I want to manipulate the streams, so we'll discuss okay how to manipulate the stream. So ఇప్పుడు మనం ఆ డిస్ప్లే ఏదైతే ఉందో దానిపైన ఎలా manipulate చేస్తాను దానిపైన అనేది that will be done by using this IO manipulators. So this is also one of the important concept in the third chapter. There is a special concept called IO manipulator that is used for formatting the IO. If I want to do the formatting of output, I want to display the output in specified format, then I will go for this IO manipulations. So these are the definitions: set W, set precision. We have some methods in this one, functions in that we will discuss that set W. I think in case of C language, if I want to display some after decimal value, if I want to display only 2 decimal values after in case of float point, నేను ఇప్పుడు float value తర్వాత నాకు ఓన్లీ 2 పాయింట్స్ రావాలి అనుకోండి, ఏం చేస్తారు మీరు? What will you do? I have a number like F అనేది ఉంది, F అనే దానికి నాకు 1.3478 అని ఉంది. ఓకే, 1.3478, బట్ I want to display only 1.35 అని రావాలి. మీరు ఏం చేస్తారు? C లాంగ్వేజ్
డేటా టైప్ మారుస్తాం సార్.
డేటా టైప్ మారుస్తారా లేకపోతే ఏం చేస్తారు? 0.2 పర్సెంటైల్ F అని ఇస్తారు, అంతేనా? ఎనీవన్ నో?
Yes sir.
యా, 0.2 పర్సెంటైల్ F అని అంటే ఇక్కడ 0.2 అనేది ఏం చేస్తుందంటే it will take only consider after 0.2 it will consider only through 2 values, that is 1.35 అని వస్తుంది. అంటే ఇది దీన్ని ఏమంటారు అని అంటే that is format specify. Okay, I want to format the output in my own format, that is called format specifiers. Okay, so ఇక్కడ format specifiers అని ఎందుకు పేరు వచ్చింది అంటే because I want to display the output in the specific format that can be done by using this format specifiers. So our format specifying చేయడానికి we will have a special concept in C++, that is IO manipulations. Okay, IO manipulator అనే header file ద్వారా చేస్తాం. And if I want to do the operations, input output operations on the files, then that is done by using a header file called fstream. Okay, so this header file is used to handle the data being read or from files. I think you already know about the concept of files in C language. Have you have any idea?
Yes sir.
file.h.
Yes, sir.
File.h means by using this file.h header file, I can easily get the data from the file, text file ద్వారా తీసుకోవచ్చు, and I can insert the data into the text file. Okay, సో మీరు దానికోసం ఫైల్ పాయింటర్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు, అండ్ ఫైల్ పాయింటర్ ద్వారా ఫైల్ ని ఓపెన్ చేస్తారు, ఓపెన్ చేసిన తర్వాత దాంట్లోకి ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తారు, and after that one I can read the data from the file, or I can append the data. So we have different file opening modes. I think you have idea, right? What are the different types of file opening modes? Yeah,
Sir, in update mode and read mode, write mode.
Read mode, write mode,
yeah,
read
right.
write.
Right. Okay, so fp equal to something open. Okay, fp dot open something will be there. That open tarvata what is the name of the file అనేది మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు, and what is the mode, that may be read mode. అయితే read mode అయితే r అని మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు. అదే if it is write mode, then you will mention w. Yeah, if it is append mode, then you will mention as read plus. Plus is nothing but append mode. Okay, all of you got it right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what are the important IO operators are nothing but, so in case of C++, we have several predefined streams that are opened automatically when the execution of the program starts. Okay, so already predefined streams అనేవి ఉన్నాయి. So the 4 standard streams that are there in the C++ is cin, cout, cerr and clog. Okay, we have already discussed these two important IO operators, that is cin and cout, and we have two more ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ అనుకోవచ్చు, వీటిని కూడా ఆపరేటర్స్ అని అంటారు, లేకపోతే ఆ స్ట్రీమ్స్ అనుకోవచ్చు, స్ట్రీమ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ అనుకోవచ్చు, స్టాండర్డ్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్. సో cin, cout and cerr and clog. So these predefined stream objects have the following meaning. So what is cin? Which is nothing but standard input operation. Okay, if you want to take the standard input data from the keyboard, default input device, that is keyboard, then we have a cin is an object of standard input stream. Okay, standard input stream class. And cout is an object which is of standard output stream class, which is used to display the data onto the, or which is used to write the data onto the default output device, that is monitor. And cerr, all these cin okkati matram it is an object of istream class, except this cin, all the remaining are an object of ostream class only. All these are object of ostream class. Generally cerr, which is used nothing but which is used to display standard error. ఏమైనా ఎర్రర్స్ ఉన్నాయనుకోండి, ఎర్రర్స్ ని మనం డిస్ప్లే చేయాలనుకుంటే we will use this cerr. But clog అనేది కూడా ఉంటుంది. Log files, I think whenever you are in the RDBMS, whenever you create the database, automatically one log file also will be created. Hope you observed, right? Hello?
Sir, log files అంటే సింపుల్ గా ఎగ్జాంపుల్ గా చెప్పండి.
యా, జస్ట్ డాట్ లాగ్ ఫైల్ అంటే ఏంటిదంటే, మీరు ఆ పర్టికులర్ డేటాబేస్ అనేది ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పటి నుంచి దాంట్లో మీరు ఇన్సర్షన్ చేశారనుకో, ఆ ఇన్సర్షన్ కి సంబంధించిన the data is inserted, 4 records are inserted.
Yes sir, yes sir.
And sorry, yeah, 3 records are deleted, and the column is added, something like this. This is log file. Okay, what you have done on that particular file. అలానే మనకి C++ ఆపరేషన్స్, మీరు ఇన్పుట్ అవుట్పుట్ ఆపరేషన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు కూడా దానికి సంబంధించిన ఎలా అవుతుంది అనేది రికార్డ్ అవడం కోసం we have a special file called clog. Okay, so cerr కి clog కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటంటే, in case of cerr also, clog also, which is used to monitor the errors. మనం ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఫైల్ తోటి ఇంటరాక్ట్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు మోస్ట్ కామన్లీ we will use in the files concept only. So there, whenever I am interacting with the files, whether any errors are there, if I want to report the errors manually without storing them onto the buffer, then I will use cerr. On the spot monitor పైన డిస్ప్లే చేయడానికి cerr యూజ్ చేస్తాను. clog అనేది ఏంటంటే, not only it will display the error, but also it will store on a log file, that is like text file లో స్టోర్ చేయడానికి we will have this clog. Okay, so about this one. Yeah, so next, this is about standard input stream, that is cin. So usually the standard input device is the keyboard. So cin is an object of which class? Cin as an object of which class? istream class. istream class, and it is used to read the data from the standard input device, that is keyboard. And we have one more operator called extraction operator, which is used along with the object cin for reading the input devices. So the extraction operator extracts the data from the object cin, which is entered using the keyboard. Okay, so this is about standard input stream. So we have seen, so this is int age, and cout is used to display the enter age అని చెప్పేసి. cin age అని అనగానే ఇంటర్నల్ గా ఏమవుతుందంటే, మనకి ఆల్రెడీ ఒక క్లాస్ ఉంది. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ క్లాస్? ఈస్ istream class. Inside that istream class we have different methods. Okay, what are those methods? Are like in the public section, we have different methods like get method is there, which is used to read a single character, and get line method is there, which is used to read more than one character, and read method is there, which is used to read binary data. Binary data is nothing but not the text, not only text data. If I want to read a movie file, if you want to read a MP3 file also, that is we will use this read data, read function. And we have some more functions like operator greater than అని చెప్పేసి ఇంటికి సెపరేట్ గా ఉంటుంది. దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ఆపరేటర్ ఓవర్లోడింగ్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఆపరేటర్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ అని చెప్పేసి ఫ్లోట్ కి సెపరేట్ గా ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ బి దేర్ ఇన్ ద IO స్టాండర్డ్ హెడర్ ఫైల్ లోనే. నెక్స్ట్ ఆపరేటర్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ అని చెప్పేసి ఫ్లోట్ కాకుండా క్యారెక్టర్ కి సెపరేట్ గా ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్ ఆపరేటర్ ప్లే ఇలా ప్రతి డేటా టైప్ కి సెపరేట్ గా రాసి ఉంటారు. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఎప్పుడైతే నేను సి ఇంట్ ఏజ్ అని అంటానో, సి ఇన్ ఏజ్ అని ఇస్తే దాని అర్థం ఏంటంటే ఇంటర్నల్ గా ఏమవుతుందంటే సిఇన్ డాట్ ఆపరేటర్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ అని చెప్పి ఇంటి ఏదైతే ఉందో ఇంటికి సంబంధించిన ఫంక్షన్ అనేది కాల్ అవుతుంది. దాని లోపల ఉన్న స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయ్యి దెన్ దట్ విల్ బి రిటర్న్. ఓకే అలా వి గాట్ ఇట్ రైట్
సార్.
యా, నెక్స్ట్ ఇట్ విల్ డిస్ప్లే దట్ ఏజ్. సో సిఅవుట్ కూడా యూజ్ చేశాను. నెక్స్ట్ దిస్ ఈస్ స్టాండర్డ్ అవుట్పుట్ స్ట్రీమ్. సో సిఅవుట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ యూజువల్లీ వాట్ ఈస్ ద స్టాండర్డ్ అవుట్పుట్ డివైస్ ఈస్ కీబోర్డ్ ఆర్ స్క్రీన్. ఓకే, and cout is an instance of which class? OStream class. Okay, cout is instance ante nothing but what is instance? Object is an instance of a class, right? What is the definition for the object? Yeah, what is the definition for object?
Object is a
instance of a class. Okay, object is an instance of a class. So that's why cout is an instance of class ante nothing but cout is an object of OStream class. Cout is used to produce output in the it is used to display anochu ledha produce. Okay, it may be used to display the output onto the standard output device, which is usually display screen or monitor. So the data needed to be displayed on the screen is inserted into the standard output stream using a insertion operator. Okay, so ఎప్పుడైతే మీరు cin అనేది యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారో వెంటనే it will internally call this cin dot operator greater than int అనే మెథడ్ కాల్ అవుతుంది, and it will take the data from the keyboard. అండ్ ఎప్పుడైతే మీరు cout అని కాల్ చేస్తారో cout డాట్ ఆపరేటర్ లెస్ దెన్. ఓకే, సో ఇంటికి సంబంధించినది కాల్ అవుతుంది. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ దిస్ ఈజ్ యువర్ ఇన్సర్షన్ ఆపరేటర్ అండ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ యువర్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్షన్ ఆపరేటర్. అండ్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ యువర్ అన్బఫర్డ్ స్టాండర్డ్ ఎర్రర్ స్ట్రీమ్. ఓకే, అన్బఫర్డ్ అంటే generally CRR is also an object of OStream class only, which is used to display some errors onto the monitor. Manual గా మనం ఏమైనా ఎర్రర్స్ డిస్ప్లే చేద్దాం అనుకుంటే we will use this error, but it will not be stored. That's why this is unbuffered. Okay, but buffered error stream is nothing but CLOG. That's it. అంటే నేను ఆ ఎర్రర్స్ ని I want to store in the text file లో log file లాగా మనకి రావాలనుకుంటే we will use this CLOG. So CError is the standard error stream which is used to output the errors. This is also an instance of which class? OStream class only. Okay, so OStream ke inkoka object create cheste, that is your CError. This is unbuffered. It is used when we need to display the error message immediately, and it does not have any buffer to store the error message and display later. So just see, ante meer error messages evana display cheddam anukunte we will use this one. So if I want to display this error, okay, then I will go for this CError. Okay, CError is a standard error. Okay, so CError is a standard error stream which is used to display errors onto the monitor immediately. If you want to, and even you can use cout also, but what is the advantage of there is no specific advantage, but there is one more object is there which is used to display errors only. Like I want to display that error monetarily because I just want to this will not be done by the program, the computer itself won't display these errors. Just manaki debugging time lo I just want to check whether my program is running correctly or not. If I want to know about that one, I will use this CError. This CError is an object of OStream class which is used to display the errors onto the monitor immediately. It won't store those errors into the separate log file like text file lo store cheyaru. That is your CError. Okay, hope you got it right. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in case of this CError, which is a standard error stream which is used to display the outputs on the output errors onto the monitor immediately, and this is unbuffered, so it is used when we need to display the error messages immediately. it won't store those errors onto any log file, separate log file. So it does not have any buffer to store this error message and it will and display later. అంటే later మనం చెక్ చేసుకోవడానికి separate గా ఒక buffer లో store కాదు. That is your C error. And there is one more stream object for the OStream class, that is called buffered standard error stream, that is nothing but C log. So this is also an instance of this OStream class, and it is used to display errors, but unlike C error, the error is first inserted onto the buffer. Buffer is nothing but one log file or text file, and it is stored in the buffer until it is not fully filled. Okay, so the error message will be displayed on the screen too. Okay, it will do both things. Okay, so till now we discussed about the standard stream objects. There are 4 standard stream objects of this input output stream classes, that is cin, cout, and one more is C error, and last one is C log. Okay, so cin is nothing but which is a standard input stream. It is an object of iStream class. It is an object of iStream class which is used to take the data from the default input device, that is keyboard, and which is also having a extraction. What is that operator? Extraction operator. It is also having an extraction operator. Always cin is used along with the extraction operator to read the data from the keyboard. And cout, C error, and C log, 3 are the object of OStream classes. These 3 are object of OStream classes, and cout is an object of OStream class which is used to display the data onto the standard output device, that is monitor. And cout is always used along with the another operator called insertion operator. And C error is a object of OStream class which is used to display the errors immediately, unlike, and it does not store these errors on a buffer. That is about your C error. And C log is also an object of OStream class only, but unlike this C error, it not only display the errors onto the monitor immediately, but also it will store those errors onto the buffer so that later we can see. That is your C log. Okay, hope you got it right. All of you got it right?
Yes, sir.
Right.